my channel is Tay Rosé. For this video, I will be doing a beginner-friendly makeup tutorial. I'm going to be doing this in voiceover mode, and I'm going to be showing you this tutorial from the very beginning all the way to the very end, using all affordable products that you can buy at your drugstore or if you like at Ulta. So if you'd like to see how I achieved the look that you saw on the thumbnail, then please be sure to keep watching. So first I delve into the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum. Now this I apply all over my face. I also apply it on my neck and also on the outside of my ears. It's good to have a moisturizer before you delve into the rest of your makeup look. Ever since Good Molecules has sent this to me, I've been loving this product and it's very affordable. So I say definitely get this. You're not going to regret it. I also too like to pat in any leftover product as well, so that I know that my face is fully saturated, and also too to test that it's dry before I move on to the next step. Now this one is not needed, but it was needed for this day. I'm doing the e.l.f. lip scrub, and this is in strawberry. And what you see me doing here is I'm going in circular motions. This helps to take off any dead skin off your lips, and plus too, it smells really good. I was happy that they don't just have the boring flavors or scents where it's just the coffee and the mint flavor or the regular brown sugar. So what you see me doing here is I'm wiping off the leftover with toilet paper. Once I finish doing that, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Squeeze Lip Balm, and this is in strawberry. Like I said, this is very hydrating, and also too, it smells really good. I was finally happy that I was able to get my hands on this, knowing that it's been sold out on the website and in Ulta. Crazy. Next, I'm going to go in with primer, and I'm using the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Primer, and this is very new. So it's like the can version of the poreless primer and the power grip in one, and I can say that so far it is very smooth, and this also makes my pores smaller, just like me mixing the two together. And what you see me doing is I squeeze the product and then I'm rubbing it on each side of my face, so that way both sides are saturated. And I only do this on the bottom part of my face because I have dry skin on that part, so I like to keep that part hydrated as much as possible. Now time for the brows. I'm using the NYX brow pencil, and I always get the shade Espresso. What you see me doing first is I'm using the spoolie to brush out my brows, and then I start at the bottom of my brows by drawing a line from one part all the way to the end of my brows, and then I go to the top and I draw a line from the middle part of my brows all the way to the end. Once I'm finished doing that, then I decide to fill in the middle of my brows. What you see me doing here is I'm brushing out the product using the same spoolie from that product, and then I'm brushing the front part of my brows upward in the upward motion, so that way it looks more natural versus it looking like the baddie brows from 2015, 2016. I want natural looking brows, and I think this is the best technique to do it. Again, brush out the part that you fill in and then brush upward to have that natural look. Now my favorite product, this is the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Glow, and this is in the shade Medium Tan. This comes in 8 shades, which is very perfect and beginner friendly. As you can see, I made the number 11 on both sides of my face, and of course I had to fill in the discoloration part. Now what I did on here is I used my e.l.f. foundation brush, and I decided to pat the product using the brush. I don't rub. Sometimes I rub, but what you see here is me patting the product. And as you can see, and you're going to see in a little bit, you see the radiant side. It looks very beautiful, and then you see the non-radiant side. And I know everyone's been saying it since last year, but this is an amazing dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury version, and it also is affordable too. So if you're someone that wants to try something that is affordable, I say definitely go for it. When you are a beginner, I would recommend not to go expensive on everything. You want to start off small with drugstore products, and then if you feel that you can go above and beyond that, then I say go ahead. If you're not someone that is into anything with radiance or anything like glittery, then I say the next step is to do the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and that is in the shade the shade I wear is Caramel. I'm going to move on to what I'm wearing now, and this is the e.l.f. Putty Correcting Eye Brightener, and this is in medium tan. This is also beginner friendly because it only has 5 shades, and what you see me doing is I only apply it under my eyes in order to make my eyes brighter. Here is why. When I first got this product, I was applying it on the bottom of my eyes and on my eyelids. One day I went out with my mom and I was just having a great old time, and something told me to check my face in the mirror. Tell me why I checked my face in the mirror, and I see my lid was creasing, and I set the mess out of my face, and you're gonna see how I set my face soon. But I set my eyelids, I set underneath my eyes, I did the whole shebang, and my eyelids were still creasing. It could have been the temperature because it was hot that day, but I still no longer put it on my eyelids. Just how you see me doing the eye brightener is exactly how I do it. I do love this product, however, and it is another affordable product, but again, just don't be like me and just apply it to the bottom. Now I'm moving on to the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and this is in shade Caramel. This is top notch, one of the best concealers that I've worn. As you see, this is where I'm placing it on top of my eyelids, and I place it where my pimple is, and then I'll place a little bit underneath my eyes and then some off to the sides because that is where the dark circles come about. I'm taking the same foundation brush by e.l.f. and I am patting, not rubbing. I am patting from the inner corner to the outer corner, making sure that my concealer is looking seamless, and then I move on up to my lids and I am blending that as well, going up to my brow. So for your concealer, this took trial and error, man. Like, it took trial and error. So my suggestion too, that if you want to not use the e.l.f. things with the 5 shades or the 8 shades and you want your true shade, I would recommend you go to Sephora and you get a shade tester. You have them find the right shade, and then you even have them find a product for you. And what you can do is you can go on foundation.com and then it'll give you the list of brands using the shade that you were selected to use from Sephora. And that is honestly how I got it, almost. Same thing with concealer, but this took trial and error. I just did a lot of research on YouTube, and that's how I was able to find my shade. I'm gonna be quiet and move on to the next product, which I use the Makeup Revolution Ultimate Contour Palette, and I only use the bronzer for eyeshadow. When you are beginning in makeup, you don't want anything too bright. You want something subtle, and I think using a bronzer for eyeshadow, it is one of the most settling ideas, or one of the most settling shadows that you can go for, and it's safe too. What I did, and I forgot to explain it earlier, is you can start from the bottom and then you want to blend on up. It's best to start from your lash line and then go on up, because then your makeup look is very smooth. There's nothing that's too blown out. It's not too light and it's not too heavy. It is just perfect. I remember when I first started wearing makeup, this was like in 7th grade, this was like years ago. I did only shimmers, but again, that was late 2000s, all right, and it's 2023. But moving on to setting my under eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Setting Powder, and this is in medium deep 30. And what I did was I went pan away the excess, and then I apply it underneath my eyes. And see how flawless that looks compared to the other side? Ew. And so now I'm taking the leftovers and then I'm continuing to pat under my eyes. I'm not wasting any product underneath my eyes. So you see me, I'm going in, that's the amount I take, and then I'm applying any leftovers that I feel is too heavy on the back of my hand. And then I take the triangular sponge and I'm going as close to my lids as possible, and I'm patting it away. I take off any remainder that's off the back of my left hand, and then I'm applying it under my eyes. It's not too much, it is just right. So now I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Halo Setting Powder, and this is in the shade medium beige. Now this one comes in 5 shades, and it is a loose powder. It's not a pressed powder. So what you saw me do was, after I dip my powder brush, I dust it off inside the pan, and then I'm rubbing it in. And I make sure to blend in close to where I set underneath my eye, so that way you don't see any steps. Even though I'm going to do bronzer soon, but I make sure to blend the setting powder as close to where I did my highlighted areas underneath my eyes as much as possible. If you don't want to use a loose setting powder or loose setting powder for your face, I recommend you use the e.l.f. Camo CC Powder Foundation. And my shade is in medium 330W. I'm going to insert the clean girl makeup look in the cards above so you can see my take on that. And you can even see another look on that as well. If you don't want the look that I'm doing, you can have something else to look at also. So I'm going to go back in with the Makeup Revolution Ultimate Contour Palette, and I'm going to contour. And you see my face structure. You want to make sure to suck in your lips, and then that'll help you with your contour line as well, okay? So you know exactly where to contour. And you see me, I'm making the face structure, and I'm drawing as to where I'm doing my face contour. As for the forehead, you can do this in circular motions around your forehead, and that's fine. The best contour kit is by Black Radiance because they have light to medium, medium to tan, tan to deep, deep to rich. They have all that in there. Now I'm going to contour my nose, and you see that I am drawing along as to where you should go, and I'm using a small contour brush. I did buy some nose contour brushes, which I feel would be most helpful, but unfortunately I could not find it, so I just went with what I usually use. For this one, I'm using the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, and I'm just spraying all over my face. And I hear that this is a dupe to the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So once I finish blasting my face with the setting spray, I take my fan, electric fan from Amazon, and I am letting my face dry. And I'm putting this on the highest speed because this is me first thing in the morning for work. I don't have no time to lollygag. I mean, I need to go. Okay, but if you don't have time for that, you can use a regular hand fan and just fan your face, or your hands and just fan your face, and you'll be a-okay. So now onto the highlight. I'm using the BH Cosmetics Mrs. Bella highlighter set, and I'm doing this in a C shape. I'm making a C shape from one part of my cheekbones all the way up to close to the ends of my eyebrows, and now I'm contour my nose. So I'm doing the same face structure as I did before when I did my contour, because I feel that this helps to emphasize the very top part of my nose, and I have that perfect highlight on the top of my nose. I stopped doing it a long time ago, but it's helpful. And then you cannot forget about the tear duct bling. So I'm taking a very tiny eyeshadow brush, and I'm doing a tear duct bling in there. Looks very beautiful, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Now I'm taking the Juvia's Place Volume 1 blush, and I'm using the bottom shade, which you'll see off to the side, and I make sure to blend in circular motions in between the contour and the highlight. I feel that this makes everything on your face look seamless, so I recommend you do that you blend in between your highlight and your contour and leave your blush for last. You see how my face is looking, and I'm very excited because these lashes came right on time. It came actually that same day. And then these cat lashes too, which you're going to see how it looks. As you see, I'm going to apply this Kiss Lash Adhesive in Clear on the top of my lash line. I find that this is very helpful, and it keeps my lashes on for the entire day. Yes, lashes are irritating, but if you're a beginner, you want to apply it onto, again, the top of your lash line, like how I'm doing. If you don't want to wear lashes, that is fine. You can wear mascara. The best suggestion is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, and if you really want to go there, you can also wear the Maybelline Lash Paradise, which you're going to see me use that in a little bit. Now what you see me doing here, and you're going to see me do that with my other eye. I'm just loving how the lashes look, but you want to apply the lashes right at the bottom lash line using a tweezer, okay? Because it is directly aligned with your lash line, and then you just get to snap them bad boys in, and it looks very seamless, just like how I'm doing it. Still want to pinch it in there. Now I'm using the Maybelline Lash Paradise, and of course I got the Blackest Black, or that's the shade. This is a dupe I hear to the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. Now I'm excited because I found these mini tweezers when I was using my lash extensions, but then I turned out that does not work for that, but it works perfect for falsies, because that huge lash curler is not, no, it's not working. So mini tweezers for your lashes will work just fine. Coat your lashes and then take that mini tweezer or mini lash curler and you're going to pinch those bad boys in. That mess is gonna keep your lashes on for the entire day. You see, I'm loving my lashes. Yes, doing too much. Now for Balm lashes. This works like magic for me. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in black. It's been controversial that people are saying you don't need to put lashes underneath your bottom lash line. Girl, you better put some lashes. You better put some mascara at the bottom. It's gonna make your makeup pop. Moving on to the lips. I'm using the SheGlam lip liner, and this is in shade Mojave. Again, I keep rebuying it because it's so good. I don't think I can find any other affordable brown lip liner that is like SheGlam. I've tried every other brand and it turns out pink on me. Hence the color theory. So I just stick with what works for me, and that is the SheGlam. As you see, I am lining my lips, and I go a little over, but you don't have to do that. You can just line your lips as is. And now for the final product, I'm using this e.l.f. liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Praline. I only did a minor blotting to morph everything together, and I was loving it. So I just stopped myself right there. This is definitely Tay Rosé approved. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to see more of myself. Click on the notification bell so that way you are on the alert. And yeah, that's that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.